This is Jordan Poole. Check out this move.
25 years of age in year 2. I just like how it works.
My goodness, was that smooth or what, guys? I think it's safe to say that JP is officially an all-star caliber player at this point. I mean, he attacks the rim, he has smooth mid-ranges, and on top of that, he can shoot from Curry land. Guys, Jordan Poole is going to be a problem. The Warriors are deep, and by how things look early in this season, the 2022 Golden State Warriors are heading back to the finals. Jordan Poole started off the season a little bit cool. I guess for him, winter came a bit sooner than expected. But hey, the Warriors are still playing winning basketball, and as of now, spring has arrived for the third-year guard, and he's been on fire. I mean, check this out. In that first month of October, Poole was shooting a pedestrian 40% from the field, 24% from beyond the arc, and about 83% from the free throw line. Since then, however, in November, Poole has officially started to wear his splash badge and has been shooting well above 50, 40, and 90.
A 4-year, $60 million contract. Jordan Poole with the sidestep 3 on the way. There's Poole off the baseline screen, pulls.
Yeah, it's not just his shooting touch that has improved either, but it's his feel for the game and his understanding of how teams are game planning for him. I mean, looking at the statistics again, in that second game against the Clippers, JP had 7 turnovers, and in that loss against the Grizzlies, JP had 6. Well, throughout the first 3 games of November, Poole has only committed 5 turnovers while averaging over 25 points per game. Steve Kerr recently said of Poole, his ability to get to the rim and get into the paint and drive. We've got shooters in that second unit with Otto Porter, Nemanja, and Damian Lee, but we need to break the defense now, and Jordan Poole is one of our best guys at that. And speaking of breaking down the defense, let me show you how JP does that. Here's JP with the ball. With 2 quick dribbles right, he's already drawn the attention of the defenders, which leaves Wiggins here for a wide open cut.
Good action, Poole, bounce pass, Wiggins, pretty basketball.
Too good, too fast, and hey, too easy. Let's take a look at another example of how Poole breaks down the defense. This, once again, is Jordan Poole. He's being guarded by an opposing big, but he's just about to turn the blender on and probe the defense. Now he sees GP2 cutting, and he's about to dish the ball. Guys, I don't know which one of these is more impressive, the breaking down of the defense or a 6'3" guard dunking like that. And speaking of a 6'3" guard dunking like that, this is what Steve Kerr recently said of Gary Payton II after that impressive display he put on against the Hornets. He dominated the game while he was out there, just changed everything with his defense, his activity. He is just an electric athlete. It's hard to stand out on an NBA floor athletically because all those guys are the world's greatest athletes, and he jumps off the page when you see him out there. In fact, GP2 was so dominant that I've actually never seen Coach Kerr more animated than this.
The camaraderie and the defense, and Scottish Steve is in the building.
We gotta watch that again.
The camaraderie and the defense, and Scottish Steve.
Sheesh, guys, look at that expression. Steve Kerr looks more fired up here than when he made that championship shot back in 1997. Anyways, I got a little carried away with that. What was the point I was trying to make? Oh yeah, GP2 and the depth of the Warriors team. Man, guys, Payton II is absolutely dominating. Check out this play here. Steph has the ball up top, and here's Payton.
You're too kind, man. Great.
Payton was being guarded by a big, and he came to do a fake screen for Steph, who then passes it to Iguodala, and then this happens.
Memories here. Absolute great memories.
This is pretty sick, guys. A 6'3" guard coming off the bench who's capable of doing things like this? Let's actually watch that one more time.
You're too kind, man. Great memories here. Absolute great memories.
Waiving Avery Bradley and signing Gary Payton II is probably one of the best moves the Warriors have made all season. Recently, the OG in the house, Gary Payton I, had this to say of his son. I'm proud of what he's doing. It's been 6 years. I'm happy that it's in the Bay Area, it's with a good Golden State team, and they really found a place for him. They gave him the opportunity he needed. Those other teams wouldn't let him play this way. I'm so satisfied with it. I knew he could do these things. I knew he could play in the league. He just had to have the right opportunity, and now he does. The OG in the house further went on to say about the defensive acumen of his son. He was around me a lot and he watched what I was doing. He just has a knack for it, with his long arms, good hands and feet. I used to tell him all the time that if you have good hands and feet, you can be a good defender. He moves well and he's very active. For the season so far, get a load of these stats, guys. GP2 is averaging for the season about 70% shooting from the floor. He's shooting about 55% from three-point range, and he's a perfect 100% from the free throw line. But as amazing as these stats are, the crazy thing is his defense has been outperforming his offense. I mean, check this out. Here's GP2. He's picking everybody up 94 feet out.
His movement creates that basket for Gary Payton II.
Guys, the ball is never safe when Payton is guarding it. And as a result of his defensive tenacity, the Warriors now have the best defensive rating in the entire league. GP2 recently said about defense, one stop on the defensive end and everyone gets going. Gets locked in, gets everyone excited to go down and get a bucket and come back and let's get another one and get in a good run. It just trickles down from the top to the bottom. Furthermore, this is what GP2 had to say about his dad, the original OG in the house. I wasn't offensively gifted like he was, so I had to do it on the defensive end. I made sure I was great at defense, and it leads to steals, dunks, and that's how I got my offense going. Moving on here, the Warriors aren't just deep because of Poole and GP2. Otto Porter Jr. coming off the bench has been pretty automatic. I mean, check this out. The Warriors are up by 1 with a little under 2 to go in the half.
Nice patience, steps left. And again, more patience. The man of the minute. Oh, he checked.
That was like 9 points in less than a minute of play. OPJ is shooting the lights out so far this season. About 49% from the field as a whole and a whopping 47% from beyond the arc. Poole recently said of OPJ, Otto we're so lucky to have him. He's a really big threat from the three-point line, and he's a mismatch for a lot of 4s and 5s that guard him, especially on the offensive end. Steve Kerr chimed in and said, Otto and Belly have given us a total different dimension from anything we've had since I've been here. Just having 2 bigs who can shoot threes like that really opens up the floor. It's really early on in the season, but the Warriors have the best record in the NBA. They have the #1 rated defense in the league, and when it comes to offense, they're number 5. But the scary thing about all of this is the fact that the second best player on the Warriors team isn't even back on the floor yet. And you guys know who I'm talking about, Klay Thompson. Someone who is an automatic 20 points a night, someone who has never shot under 40% from three-point range in his career, and someone who is a bit trigger happy. Here's a story by former Warriors assistant coach Jerry DiGregorio about Klay's trigger-happy mentality. His rookie season, there was a game where Klay took too many threes for Mana Ellis's liking. Mana Ellis just ripped into this rookie. You're taking too many shots, pass the ball, you're just a rook. Their very next offensive possession, ball swings, goes to Klay. He takes the first shot and makes it 3. I'm thinking, this kid is an ice-cold killer. Man, when dude steps back on the court, it seems like the Warriors are going to be unstoppable. But anyway, they're practically already unstoppable at the moment. They're hot as fire. Have you ever wondered how they're breaking down opponents though? If so, you gotta watch this video here where I go over exactly why the Warriors have been so hot this season on both ends of the floor. It's a must-see video, guys, and trust me when I say you don't want to miss it. Anyway, go on over, click the video, watch it, and like always, I'll be on the other side.